So our next question is, how can I keep myself motivated to work on my goals even though I don't see any results? So this is an excellent question, and let me explain. So this is the story of a bamboo tree. So you get the seed and then you plant it into dirt, and then you give the water and the sun that it needs to grow for the next 365 days for 1 year straight. And just guess, how many inches did that plant grow? 0. I mean, you probably guessed this right, but for 1 year you give the sun it needs, you give the water that it needs to get out of the soil, but it doesn't even come out of the soil. The second year, you do the same. The third year, you do the same. The fourth year, you do the same. For 4 years straight, you give the water that it needs, you give the sun that it needs to grow, but it doesn't even come out of the soil. But then, magically, in the 5th year, it starts to grow, and it starts to grow very, very fast. In just a few days, it becomes a 7-foot tree. And then a lot of people say that if you focus on, like, if you really concentrated, look at it, you will see it growing a little, like slowly, you will see it growing. So I personally do think that this is an incredible story when it comes to thinking, when it comes to, talking about how to actually work without seeing the results, how to be motivated without seeing the results. So you have to think about things that you can resonate yourself from the story. If you want to achieve greatness in any field, or if you want to see any results, then it is going to take some time. Nobody is promised to be successful in 2 months. And if you are working on a business or a YouTube channel or a podcast, just like what I do with this YouTube channel, then you're also not really promised to be successful in the next 2 years as well. So you have to actually just put in the work without seeing any results. And that means, first of all, you have to enjoy the process. And another thing that really helps me to essentially be motivated, to essentially keep myself disciplined without seeing any results, was essentially, it is still something that I do, and it is not really expecting any results. First, you cannot expect any results in the next 2 years. Like Gary Vee says this a lot, nothing good is going to happen in the next 6 years for you. If you put in the work, but then good things will start to happen. So the first thing is, enjoy whatever it is that you are doing. If you hate whatever it is that you do, of course you're not going to be able to essentially be great at it. And the second thing is, you have to be able to, just stop thinking about the results and start putting in the work. And this is something that I really talked about in one of my previous videos where I was discussing goals or systems. You have to focus on the systems. I think the third thing is accountability and having like-minded people around you that are going to push you to that goal, even if you are not seeing any results. And with this way, using these 3 different things, I do think it's going to be a lot easier for you to put in the work without seeing the results, because good things will happen in the future. Good things will happen eventually if you keep your head down and continue working. So just keep going without seeing the results, because that is essentially what I'm doing. Even if I may have like 1,500-1,600 subscribers, I'm going to give it my best, my 110%, so that I will be able to serve this audience, where maybe if I have a bigger audience in the future, I will be able to serve them better maybe in the future. But in this point, I have to just keep my head down and focus on whatever it is that I'm doing, and good things will happen in the future, and that is probably what will be happening in your life as well. So just keep your head down and continue working, because as Gary Vee says, nothing good is going to happen probably in the next 6 years, but good things will happen in the end if we continue to actually give our best to serve other people. So this is my approach when it comes to this question. Thanks so much for asking this question. I hope I answered it well, and I hope you got some value out of this. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye.